Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing the Manifestation Miracle Secret System. This is a law of attraction course that teaches you manifestation principle, and this review is going to be focused on the course. What do you get with the course? What I thought about it, what I liked about it, what I did not like about it, and what I recommended. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so the Manifestation Miracle Secret System, it's created by Heather Matthews. I have not heard of Heather Matthews. Actually, I'm sure she's pretty well known because this is quite a popular course, but I have not interacted with her. This is the first thing that I've seen from her. And when I signed up for the course, it was the first thing I thought to myself was, wow, this is a pretty low ticket course. The cost is $50. I have learned how to use law of attraction principles with fairly high ticket courses. So, you can say that my expectations are quite high when it comes to courses because I have learned from some of the best out there. However, I was pleasantly surprised with this course. The content is on point, and I really like this course, especially for someone who's looking for something low price. The core content of the course is in an ebook. When you sign up for the course, you go to a members area and you get an ebook. You can download it in whatever format you want, and you kind of have to read through it. There are a lot of chapters. I think this book is, let me see, it is 162 pages long, so it's it's not a light read. I mean, technically it is, but with the material, it's not a quick read. It's not a cheat sheet. It is, it has a couple of chapters in it, and every chapter has the teaching, the principle that the chapter focuses on. Then it's followed up with a story, an anecdote, and then there's exercises to reinforce that principle. I really like the format of the chapters because with the stories, it helped me remember a lot of the concepts. Sometimes when you read these books, there's all these concepts and theories, and they get jumbled up, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate what one book said, what the other book said. But over here, because there are stories, it's very easy to retain a lot of these principles, and you don't really need to memorize a lot of these things, if that makes sense. So I did like that. If you're someone who doesn't like the ebook format, they also provide an audiobook format, and along with that there's chapter summaries in the video format. I personally did not like the audio format. It was okay, it was not amazing, it was all right, but the exercises were hard to follow through with the audio summaries, with the audio book. So I did not like it. I preferred the book overall, and I did not like the video summaries either because they were not recorded by the creator. They were recorded by two coaches who worked for the company, and it almost looked like they were referring to their notes while they were speaking on the camera. So it didn't feel very organic, and I did not feel energetically connected to that content. But the ebook in itself, it's really, really good. It conveys a lot of the information. So that's the core content of this course, right? But that's not it. Along with that, you also get these tracks. They're called mind tracks, if I recall correctly. They give you about 6 to 7 mind tracks, which are affirmations. These affirmation audios are layered with binaural beats so that they can reprogram your mind. But they were pretty good. I listened to them, and they were the tracks were quite upbeat. You can hear the affirmations. They're not subliminals, but you can actually hear the affirmations. So you can just plug it in the morning and listen to them. If you don't already do affirmations, this is a great way to get affirmations into your routine. Along with that, there is an abundance success workbook, and in that workbook, it's laid out. It's like a planner, like a journal, a day-by-day journal. Day 1, you're supposed to do this, meditate for these many minutes, journal on this. Day 2, do this, listen to the mind tracks. So they have all these different things laid out for you. So if you're someone who does not have a morning routine, who does not have a manifestation routine, then this workbook is going to help you with habit stacking and making sure that you're incorporating those positive habits into your life so that you can stay in that positive vibration and be energized throughout your day. So that was pretty cool. Along with that, there were some bonus ebooks that focused on health and relationships. And the last thing is a bonus, which is the money mind flood system, which was pretty good as well. This is a 2.5 hour long recording by one of their coaches. Okay, so let's get to the review piece now. So I personally really like this course. I did not have a lot of expectations for a $50 course. I thought it would be a plain and simple ebook that would cover just the high level principles, giving one or two examples to back it up, and it would call it a day. But I was pleasantly surprised. Each chapter is packed with information. Like literally every chapter could be a standalone hour or 2 hour long webinar on its own. There was a lot of information packed in it. Like I said, because there were stories and anecdotes within each chapter, it helped solidify that principle in your head. So that is something I appreciated a lot. The exercises were really good as well. One of the things that I really appreciated about this course is that it's not just a beginner's law of attraction course. But the course caters from beginner to advanced level. No matter what stage you're in, you're going to pick up something from this book. What I have noticed is that in a lot of manifestation courses, people don't cover certain things. Maybe because it's second nature to them, maybe it's obvious to them, they've been doing it since a very young age. But for someone who is older and wants to learn these things, these concepts can be tricky because it's not second nature to you. So I loved that she talked about intuition. Not a lot of courses cover intuition, so I really liked it. People talk about inspired action, right? But they do not teach you how to get that inspired action, which can always be confusing for someone who's left-brained, someone who does not understand how to connect to that inner voice that's within themselves. So that was amazing. She also had this exercise called destiny tuning, which was really good. She had something about aligning with your soul, which is amazing. And this is a little bit of an advanced principle because not a lot of courses talk about it. There was this principle of differentiating between ego, your intuition, and this is just a few examples. She went into detail about in the action piece, which I really liked. Not a lot of courses talk about action. If they talk about action, it's very surface level. They just mention, oh, you have to act, and they leave it at that. But they don't tell you the amount of action that would be required, especially when whatever you're trying to manifest is at a certain level that you in a way put up on a pedestal. And these are a few examples of the things that she covered, but she covered a whole range of these things. Like I said, each chapter was packed with information. But then again, there's always a downside to it, right? When you come across a course that's in an ebook format, it's very easy to skim through this information. With a course at this price level, you're not going to get like an accountability group. You're not going to get Q&As. You're not going to have that drip schedule where modules drop week by week and you have a week to focus on this one thing and then move on to the next thing. You don't have that. They give you everything up front. So with that, it's really on you as to how exactly you use that information and how you absorb and then implement that information into your life. So my suggestion would be, if this course is something that you want to sign up for, take one chapter at a time and really read through every line. Don't skim through it. Every line has something in it. When I say it's jam-packed, it's like I literally mean it's jam-packed. There's too much information where if you skip something, you may be missing a piece of the puzzle. So in that sense, you would have to use your willpower and your discipline to take you through the course, and then make sure that you're actually embodying these principles before you move on to the next thing. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the core content of the course, but I really liked it. For a course at this price to offer the content it's pretty amazing. Along with that, I did talk about the mind tracks before. They're pretty good mind tracks. You can get these type of affirmations on YouTube. I mean, I don't think it's a huge selling factor of the course, but it is nice to have. You know, they're good tracks if you don't want to go through the trouble of going into YouTube and then listening to those type of tracks. My favorite was the Mind Flood system, the Money Mind Flood system. It was, like I said, a 2-hour recording done by one of the coaches that focused on money. And this particular coach, he came across the principles of money manifestation at a very young age, and he started teaching himself, and now he is super successful, at least in the arena of wealth. And I really liked how he said that, you know, manifesting money is a little bit different than other things. One of the examples that really stuck with me was, you know, he said, hey, if you want to be a basketball player, you can visualize, you can do affirmations. Those are going to help you a lot, but then there's action as well. You can't just be an amazing basketball player if that's all you're going to do. you do have to take the action, and you do have to practice, and you do have to work on making yourself a better basketball player. Those are some of the things that he talked about. He also goes into technical things and strategies of how exactly you can accumulate wealth if you either have a business or if you have a 9 to 5 job. Like, he provides a few strategies, which was really good. Yeah, all in all, I highly recommend this course. I really, really liked it. It has a lot of things that I've not seen in some high ticket courses that I've taken. Having said that, you can compare this to a $2,000 course as well. Yes, the content is here, the knowledge is here, but when you do take a high ticket course, you are actually buying from someone whose energy you resonate with. They're coming to you with this in this energetic state to deliver that information to you. When you absorb information in that elevated state, there is that energetic exchange that's happening between you, and it is at a little bit of a different level. But again, that's a luxury, right? It's not to say you can't learn from this. You can totally learn from this as well, and at least give it a shot to see if that works for you or not. The other thing is, with all these high ticket courses, you have accountability groups where people are keeping you on track. There's these drip schedules where you get to focus on one module a week. There's a lot of other things that are going on, and I think perhaps the biggest thing is that you are in sort of this container when you sign up for courses like that, where you immerse yourself into this world and all you're focusing on is learning the principles that are within the course. Tony Robbins, for example, he has these challenges, and then he'll have his books, but at the end of any challenge or at the end of his book, he will always say that, hey, you can learn these principles from my book, but to actually truly learn it, you have to immerse yourself into this environment. That is when you will see the shifts happen. And he encourages people to come to his 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, whatever day events there are, so that they can immerse themselves in that world. And I have heard of millionaires being created from attending those events. So those type of events, those type of courses, they are at a completely different level. If you are just interested in learning about the basic principles, trying to test them out, then a course like this helps. But then if you want to go to the next level, then you should be considering taking these high ticket courses whenever you're ready for it. So I hope this review has helped. All in all, I highly recommend this course. I was definitely surprised by how much was packed in this course. Like I said before, the only caveat is make sure that you're not skimming through it. Go through it chapter by chapter and treat it as if it were your own container and you are your own accountability person. So I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you all soon. If you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and I will leave a link to my blog in the description box down below. You will be able to see a more thorough and detailed review on this course there. So talk to you all soon. Bye.